look at triangle JKL. So it's from J to
Yeah.
K to L and then back.
Uh-huh.
All right. And then the question is that the same as, is that the same as triangle M starting at M going to K up to L and then back like that? And you are correct. They are congruent. They are definitely congruent, but we've got to give the, we're still using side, side, side. So do you see that? I'll do this in the right color here. Let's start from J to K. Do you see that JK is the same length as MK?
The same length as MK. Yes.
Yes. So that's your first congruent statement.
Uh-huh.
Your second congruent statement is that going from K to L is congruent to, on the blue one, also going from K to L.
Okay.
Then the last piece, L back to J, L back to J. So you're going down back to the original.
Yeah. You go back to the original and LJ right there. LJ
Is
LJ
congruent to
is
LM.
LM. Yep.
Yes.
Yep. That's good. So now that so yeah, it's the reflexive property. Hello?
Yes. It's not the reflexive property. It's side, side, side.
Side, side, side. Okay. So I have to write it down.
Yes, you need to write this down. You also need to write down all of these congruent statements.
But I got the reflexive property in there. Is it fine?
Well, that's fine. You can keep that, but you need to add in this other information.
Okay. Let me just write these, and I'm gonna be doing that. How's KL equal to KL?
Because it's reflexive. That's what you wrote over there on the left.
Well, it's the same.
So it's in geometry, you have to say the things that are obvious. It's like you're announcing, like, I am walking. I am opening the door. Things like that.
Yeah. Okay, got it down.
Okay, so you got all this down. So now we can look at letter B. And
Yeah.
we'll do the same thing here. So let me grab a snip of the triangle. Okay, so to use side, 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 there have to be 3 congruent sides.
Okay. Okay. They have to be 3 congruent sides. Which means I think I know. RSWV.
So S to T is congruent to V to W.
Uh-huh. Yep. That's right.
Okay, and
See.
then R to T.
Wait a minute. Wait, what? How?
Well, they both have the 2 lines.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, thank you. Okay, and now for okay,
So my question to you is how many sides are congruent here?
2.
2. And side, side, side requires you to have 3 sides congruent.
Uh-huh.
Do you have 3 sides that are congruent?
Yeah. Three sides are congruent. Well, there's one more side that you need to find out.
but it's not labeled as being congruent.
So
So this one
wait,
only
what?
has,
There's nothing there congruent.
this only has two sides congruent.
Two sides congruent. So that's it. So just two. Okay. Okay. So can I write that down?
Yes, please write that down.
Okay. Okay, you want to explain the reasoning?
There's no reasoning. It's just that only two of the sides are congruent and you need all three.
Okay. Okay, there we go.
All right, so you got that down?
Yeah, so it's true. So
So
it's
this one is
explain it.
false.
So it's false. Okay. Only has so three sides congruent is false. Okay. All right. Let's go forward.
All right, sounds good. So
Yep.
you ready to move on to number 3?
Yeah. Yeah. Huh?
All right, so let me go grab number 3. All right, so the question says, you can read it if you want. It says determine whether triangle PQR. So let's do PQR in red here.
Okay.
Whether PQR is congruent to the other triangles shown at the right. So basically the others, there's a couple of other triangles here, this one and then this other one. All right,
Okay.
so to do this, we're going to determine the lengths of the sides.
Okay. So you have to determine the lengths of the sides.
Yeah, so like from P to Q, what is the side length?
What is the side length? The side length for that right there. PQ. PQ.
How long is it? Just count the squares.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. 3.
3. Okay, and then do the same thing from Q to R.
Okay. Do the same thing for Q and R. Okay. For Q and R right there. For Q and R, that for Q and R, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4.
Try again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5.
Yep. Okay. Yep. Okay. Okay.
All right, now we got to look at the other triangles and see if they have the same thing.
Okay.
All right, so let's do that in blue.
Yeah.
So let's go R to T and R to S. Can you give me the lengths from R to S and R to T?
R to S and R to T. Yeah. R to S. Lengths right there. 1, 2, 3. 3.
Okay. And how about R to T?
R to T. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Try again.
It's 5.
It's 5. Yeah. Okay, now, very important here. Are the sides the same? Is P to Q congruent to R
Yeah,
to
they're the
S?
same. They're the size the same.
And how about Q to R? Is that the same as R to T?
Yeah.
Okay, but what we
I'll write that
need,
down.
okay, yeah, write that down, but there's a bit more to do here.
First, let me write it down, and then we can move on below.
Sounds good.
Yep. Okay, let's move forward.
Okay, so the problem is we need 3 sides congruent.
Uh-huh.
We need 3 sides congruent.
Okay.
Okay, so we need to find the distance from P to R.
Okay.
Okay, but we can't count, so we have to use the distance formula.
Okay.
So we covered
this
this
is-
over the summer. Okay, so let me give you the ordered pairs here. So it's from -3 to 5 to 2, 2. So here's the distance formula. X2 minus X1 squared plus Y2 minus Y1 squared rooted.
Okay. Okay. So this is now point slope form.
This is the distance formula.
It is in formula. Okay. Okay. Where's my pencil? I need my pencil. Trying to find my pencil.
Okay,
What's my? I can't find my pencil. What?
go ahead
I'm
and take
trying
a
to find my
moment.
pencil here. It's on me. There we go. Okay. Anyways. All right. So let me just do that now. Okay. So I'm gonna write these things. Okay. So D equals okay. Okay.
So you have X1 and Y1, X2 and Y2.
Uh-huh. Okay. I'm gonna be let me write those down.
Have you gotten this down, Sourish?
Yeah, I'm getting that down, just getting all that down.
Sounds good.
Okay, I got it down.
Okay, So what is the value of x2?
What is the value of x2?
Yes.
2.
2 minus, and what's the value of x1?
-3.
-3 squared.
Uh-huh.
Y2 is 2, y1 is 5 squared, square rooted. So we have to be able to simplify this.
2 minus -3, right?
Right.
-6.
No, 2 minus -3 is +5
Ah,
squared.
okay. Okay.
How
5
about 2?
squared plus 2 minus 5 is -3 squared.
Okay, very good. What is 5 squared?
I squared is 25
Plus 9?
plus, wait, is it? Wait, what?
-3. -3
Negative
squared is
3
9.
times 3.
-3 times -3.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay, so that's the distance. That's the distance here from P to R.
Okay. For P to R. Okay.
Square root of 34. Now we need to similarly find the distance from S to T. So I'm going to label those points. We're going to use the distance formula again. Okay, so here, those are our 2 points, 5, 2. And 2, -3. So let's write the distance formula. It's the square root of x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared, square root.
Okay.
So we've got x1 and y1, x2 and y2.
Okay. Let me just do my work right here.
You have this down, Sourish?
Yep. I'm getting the full answer.
Oh, you're getting the full answer. Perfect. Yeah, keep going.
Yep. $34.
Yeah, it's the square root of 34 again.
Yeah, but why did we get the same answer again? Maybe it's because it's because we just have the different, maybe it's because it's congruent. It's congruent.
It is congruent. Yeah, that's why we
Because
got the
it's
same answer.
congruent, that's why they can have the same answer.
Yes. So that allows us to now say that side PR is congruent to side ST.
Okay. All right.
So this other one is just, we don't even need to talk about it. It's not correct. We can just exit out or something.
Because why? What happened?
It's not congruent to the other ones.
Okay.
So you want to say that, so your summary here is that triangle PQR is congruent to triangle SRT.
SRT. Okay. So I have to write that down.
Yes.
All right. So for this, right, for the trying for the VW one right there, can I write that? No.
You need to write all of this down for question. What question are we on?
3.
Question 3. Yeah. All of this that you have, all of this should be written down for question 3.
Can you go down?
You need me to scroll down?
Yeah. Thank
Okay.
you. Okay. Got it down. Got it down.
Great. Okay, so let's look at the next part of this worksheet, the side angle side congruence postulate, or SAS.
Okay.
SAS.
Okay.
Let me get that snipped in.
I know. I know how to do this. If okay, I know what to do with this. If side RS equals UV.
That's true.
Yep.
Gotta put the line above it.
Yep. I'm gonna be putting the line above it. Angle R. Angle R equals U.
Angle U. Yep.
Yep. I'm getting it good. And side RT is UW. Yeah, UW. Does it say UW?
Yes.
Okay.
Little line segment above it.
Uh, then RSAT equals UVW.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go.
All right. Well done.
Yep. So yeah,
All right.
this was very good. So this is the congruent triangles by SSS.
Yes.
Okay, this is pretty easy. This is not algebra.
Nope. This is geometry.
Yep. Finally, yes, I finally got it.
Why don't we look at some triangle problems with SAT prep now?
Okay.
What do you think about that?
Yeah, good. So we finished the homework, and I think I'm going to show that to Mr. Smith, and he's going to know I finished it, and also my teachers.
Okay, that's great.
Yep.
All right, so let's look at a triangle here. 2 triangles, actually. Do you need a short break?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll check back with you at 7:35.
Okay.
All right, Sourish, you ready to continue here?
Just for a few minutes. 5. Wow.
Okay, so here's a triangle, actually two triangles.
Okay.
It says triangle ABC and triangle DEF each have two angles measuring 35 degrees as shown. Okay. So first thing I want to ask you is what is the missing angle in both of them?
And the missing angle in there. The missing angle is 35.
No. What do the three angles in a triangle have to add up to?
180.
Okay, so there's an equation for you to solve. 35 plus 35 plus C equals 180. Please solve
Okay.
that.
Yeah, okay. I'll answer that question. So now right there for 30 is for 35. $145.
Try again. You have to add up 35 and 35, Sourish.
Okay. 70.
70 plus C equals 180.
Yep.
So C equals 110.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now, let's say that AC is congruent to FE. So AC is congruent to FE.
Okay.
What is CB congruent to now?
What is CB congruent to right now?
Yeah,
It's
which of
congruent
these?
to it's congruent to right there, as you can see there, EF.
Say that again.
EF.
Nope. We already have EF. AC is congruent to FE.
FE. Okay, maybe yeah.
We're looking at CB.
CB equals CB. CB is congruent to ED.
Nope. ED is along the bottom with the 35s. CB goes from the 110 to the 35.
Okay. Okay, I'm trying to figurize this thing. Okay, I say it's gonna be a C. I say it's gonna be CA.
It can't be from the same triangle, Sourish. So it's C to B. Let me use some colors here. So AC is the same as FE. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I'm asking you about
Yeah. What is it?
CB.
Okay.
So what side on the other triangle goes with CB?
ED.
No, Sourish, ED is along the bottom with the 35s.
DF.
Yes, D to F, or F to D in this case.
Okay.
And then the last one, the last part of this congruence statement AB, side AB, what is it congruent to? What is AB congruent to?
What is AB congruent to? AB is congruent to ED.
Yes. Very good. All right, let's look at another question here. So do you have the distance formula down? Do you remember that distance formula we used
Yeah,
earlier?
yeah, I have it down.
Okay. So I want you to find the distance from A to B. A to B. So A is 1, 1, and B is 2, 5. Can you use the distance formula to find the distance between those two, please?
Okay. One, two, three.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, yeah. There's
Did
three
you use the
sides.
diff? Yeah, but did you? I'm asking for the distance formula.
Okay, I got it right now. I got it right now. Right now. 2 minus 1 minus 1 squared plus 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 5 plus 5 minus 1.
Okay, that's what I heard here. Go ahead and simplify.
One plus 1 and 16. 1 plus 16 is 17.
So it's the square root of 17.
Yep.
Good. Now let me copy this down and let me have you find one more distance for me. Let's find the distance from B to C.
B to C. Okay. The distance between B and C. All right. Okay. Got it. Let me try it out.
Okay.
Four minus 2 squared plus 2 minus 5 squared.
That's correct.
Yep. Can you write that down?
You should have some pencil and paper out, sir. I should be taking notes.
Okay, okay. All right. Okay, let's move on forward.
I'm waiting on you. It sounds like you just didn't want to write anything down since the homework was done, but you know that we take notes every time we work together.
Yeah, yeah. I have my pencil right here. I have my pencil right here. Oh, where is it? There it is. Okay. Yeah, I'm working on it.
How are you doing on this one?
Good, good. I got myself an answer. I got myself an answer. I got myself an answer.
What is your answer?
My answer is 13.
Square root of 13. Good.
Yep.
Right. That'll do it for us for tonight, sir. You want to let your dad know we're all done, or if he
Yeah,
doesn't want to
Dad?
talk, we can talk tomorrow, talk next week.
Yep. Dad? He's coming. He's coming.